a wife, that is, wrote to the Washington Post advice columnist saying her husband's restrictive diet is ruining their dinners together, and it's now making her super resentful towards her husband. Okay, I don't know if anybody's been in this situation, but if you were, how would you handle it? Oh, yeah. Okay.
I would advise her not to handle it like I did. Two of the biggest conflicts in my relationship were about this very thing. One time about 10 years ago, over chicken parm, Simon casually mentioned that he's gonna go vegan in a couple of years. And then more recently, while eating pasta, he said, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna cut out carbs and I'm gonna go protein heavy for my weightlifting. And I think the problem was, for me, that there was no foreplay in this announcement.
Wow.
You can't just go and tell a baby she's not gonna have pasta anymore without a little warming up. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was so, it was like a declaration, not a conversation. We have dinner, we make dinner together every night, we eat dinner together. This is a conversation, like, here's what I'm thinking, and here are the meals that I'm going to be making, because I'm not expecting you to do more work for it. And then here's how you're gonna benefit. Like, do that, give me the foreplay.
Yes, food foreplay.
Yeah, no.
Agreed. Agreed. What do you think, V?
Yeah, so I mean, for this wife, when I read this and she was talking about how restrictive her husband has gotten and how off the deep end he goes when she even suggests that he loosens up a bit, he needs therapy. He needs therapy. No, really and truly, because men and eating disorders is a topic we don't talk about enough, but this was reading as like, okay, there's some disordered thinking here around food that maybe a professional needs to handle. Personally, for me, I've never dealt with anything this bad. My ex-husband had a fatal nut allergy. Ooh. So, and I'm a girl who loves my peanuts, love my O. Henry bars, all that. So I had to give that all up while we dated, while we were married. So I will say, like, I was never resentful because I didn't want him to die. But when we first separated and were going through the divorce process, the first thing I did when I bought my new couch in my new place by myself, I bought a bag of salted peanuts and I sat there and ate the whole bag.
Pent up.
Exactly. All of them.
Yeah.
Peanuts for years. I had to make up for the lost years of peanuts.
Yeah. You know what? This is interesting because, listen, I mean, a bit of the backstory is that he had gone to get blood work done, and his doctor was like, you're going to be like one-way ticket to diabetes, cholesterol problems.
Okay, that's fair.
And so the doctor had said, you got to, like, you know, do something. And he said to his wife, I don't want to, or his partner, I don't want to be on meds. I want to try to change my lifestyle first. That's the right answer.
Yeah.
I think for a lot of people, that's the right answer. If you don't want to be on medications, and you know you could probably change a few things in your diet, maybe start exercising. So by and large, I think he's done the right thing because his numbers are good and he's healthy. So I think for her, I would suggest to both of them, I think they need to get talking a little bit. I think she needs to put down the resentment.
You might need to find like some spices as well. Like,
true. I was going to suggest that.
Very bland.
I think because she doesn't like the food, it's like really bland chicken breast and veggies. Why don't you go do cooking classes together?
There you go.
You know, and they can both be
Just to be
happy.
clear, like, if Simon had like a doctor say, like, you need to eat protein for your health, I would have been way more supportive. But if it's like, you need to not eat pasta for me so you can have bigger biceps, I'm not supporting that. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. I might meet you halfway there.
I think what about pasta once a week at least?
There's great.
Not every night.
Compromise.
Yeah.
Not every night.
I did this once. I went on one of those, and I do not advise this, and don't do this. If someone's coming for you and saying, do a cleanse, don't do it. Just don't do it. And I started to do those restrictive eating and whatever, and Jason just sat by and watched, and he didn't say anything. And I was really happy because I think internally he just knew, how long is this gonna last for?
Yeah.
Not long. And I learned my lesson. Never again. Never again.
Yeah.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.